Once I realized, okay, I don't want to be a biomedical scientist. I want a job that will challenge me and is different every day. And I was really thinking about it and I was like, damn, my parents were right. I think I'm going to become a teacher. And honestly, it is the best decision I've ever made. When I'm not marking, planning lessons or observing lessons, most of the time you will find me down in the gym or the sports hall coaching the basketball academy. One of the things that has most excited me about coming to this specific school, they started the basketball academy. They had that in mind when they saw my CV and they were really excited to work with me, and it's been a fantastic experience.
Well, hello and good evening and welcome to Ponds Forge International Sports Centre for live coverage of the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Swimming Championships 2022, part of the Speedo and BUCS Swimming Series. 2.5 days of live swimming action coming up. Session 1 getting underway in just a few moments' time. My name is Ewan Dunlop and it's going to be my pleasure to talk you through the entire weekend. The event is being live streamed on YouTube tonight and from tomorrow for the rest of the weekend, YouTube and Facebook. So take advantage of the chat boxes. We had great fun in December at the Short Course Championship. Very, very interactive. I am absolutely happy to read out as many messages of support as you can possibly squeeze in. What you can do me a favour. If you are asking for some messages to be read out, let me know not just the name, the team, but also it helps if you know what heat they're in, just so I can do it on time as well. So maybe when they're doing their heat. This session coming up, we're going to see the women's 4x100 freestyle relay. That is followed by the men's 4x1. We then have the women's 1500 metre freestyle, followed by the men's. And we close the session with the mixed 4x100 metre medley. That's a fantastic race. So the first two of those, the 4x1 freestyles for the women and the men, they have got their finals tomorrow evening session, whereas the 1500s and the mixed 4x1, they are heat declared winner events. So we are going to have 3 gold medals presented this evening, or 6 in fact, because 4 for the 4x100 metre relay, but a couple of 1500 metre gold medals, of course silver and bronze, and the same for the mixed. And the session should take us through until around about 8:30 this evening. So we're out of the wind, but we're going to be making waves here in Sheffield. It's a fantastic venue. We do very much enjoy being here, and we enjoy having you with us online too. So again, keep your eye on the chat boxes. I'll read out as many as I can. I'm looking at the screen now, in fact. I'm lucky enough to be here live in poolside, which is brilliant, but I do have my laptop open with the YouTube channel, and I can already see messages of let's go Courtney, let's go Huey, Bristol, Notts, come on Seattle, come on Team Hallam, Warwick, Bangor. Who else we got? Benjamin, you've got this. We got Team Edge Hill, go Charlie and Amy from Bangor, and lots of go Rooney too. So we'll keep these coming as the evening goes on, but we're almost already in time for our first event. So it's officially event 101, but we'll call it the 400 metre freestyle team relays. You've got UCL, LSE, Northampton and Queen Mary. And we're going to have 5 heats in our opening event. Again, the final is going to be tomorrow evening, Saturday evening. So let's get these long course championships underway. I don't have the individual names of the team members here, unfortunately, but we will have that absolutely for the finals tomorrow. And we are underway. So there's one team didn't join us there. Who didn't join us? Queen Mary in lane 3 was scheduled to be represented. So instead, we just have Northampton, LSE and UCL. Now, of course, you are watching online. If you are on social media too, which I'm absolutely certain you are, if you're using Twitter or Instagram throughout the weekend, you can join the conversation. Use the hashtag BUCS Nationals or Speedo BUCS and tag @BUCS Sport on any messages that you're sending out during the weekend, and so we can keep involved and we can see what you're up to. Maybe retweet a few messages of those too. So this event is part of the Speedo and BUCS swimming series. That's the short course, which we've already had in December. The long course, which we're enjoying this weekend, and the team championship a little bit later in the year. And again, Facebook available Saturday and Sunday, as well as the on YouTube this evening.
And do remember, this evening's session, along with the full weekend, will be live streamed on YouTube. So it'll be live streamed on YouTube, so if you want some family and friends to see you here today, they can head over to YouTube for the live stream.
So the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Championship brought to you with the support of headline swimming partner Speedo. Been our headline partners for 3 years now, supporting BUCS and all university swimming. And if you're watching this and you are a BUCS athlete, you get 20% off any Speedo kit. Just use the code SpeedoBUCS21 online. And if you are coming down to the venue across the weekend, the Speedo team are on site on Saturday, giving away a number of spot prizes for competitors too. So keep an eye out for the team as they wander around the venue. I'll get your hands on some nice prizes. So your current leaders, UCL. In lane number 6, white cap and the yellow swimsuit there, centre of your screen. Haven't got an entry time for UCL, but Northampton and LSE, they're around about the 5:17 to the 5:20 mark. Okay, it was scheduled to be Queen Mary, but they did not start. We do have, because of the weather, you know, I've travelled up from the south coast, and it's obviously the weather's a big issue at the moment, so we were anticipating several withdrawals, especially for tonight's session. That has been the case. So I can only assume that Queen Mary, maybe one or two of their competitors weren't available to be here on time, which is unfortunate. They have been replaced by a very competitive UCL. And the time is going to be very close to 4.5 minutes. Again, 5 heats. We're going to get down to around about 4 minutes. So a good swim for UCL and a good finish time. But I don't anticipate that being in the top 8 times to make it into the final tomorrow night. So Northampton and LSE into their final 20 metres.
The UCL did got 4:34 to take heat number 1, and coming in second here, LSE in a time.
And LSE stopped the clock at 5:07. That is like 13 seconds quicker than their entry time. So 3 good swims there. Northampton and LSE both beating their entry times, and UCL coming in to steal the show in heat number 1 in place of Queen Mary.
Official results on the scoreboard.
So just a quick look at the chat boxes then on YouTube. If you are watching again to the right hand side, as long as you're logged in and watching YouTube, you can leave messages. And heat number 2, we've got from the near side, Kent in 2, then Bangor, Derby, Liverpool John Moore, King's College, Oxford Brookes and Exeter. So Meg says, come on Team Derby, so proud of you all. Women's heat 2 and men's heat 2. So Derby in lane number 4, so that's what Meg's got her eyes on. Good luck Bangor, no storm can stop you, I like it. Do you know what? Let's get the storm puns in. I'll read out every single storm pun. Go on, Shannon Dallaghan from Jesse. Good luck, Lewis Maxwell. Bath Union, the 4x1 freestyle. He's coming up in our second event of the evening. Let's go Anna Jameson, Burnham, Simone, go Kings, Poppy. Lots of love from Jake Fisher. Definitely got a fascination with Rooney. Alison supporting the University of Chichester. And R2 KG, a very big fan of Keele University. Right then, heat 2, where are we up to? Second leg for our 4x1 and freestyle teams. Out in front on the far side, this time in lane number 8 is Exeter. Their entry time 5 minutes 12. So on paper, Exeter, the slowest of all 8 teams by some margin actually, about 30 seconds, but well, not the case. Coming through, here comes Derby though. A good second half to their swim. So Exeter, I think they front-loaded their team by the looks of things, but still very, very strong position. Third place King's College and Oxford Brookes, Liverpool John Moores.
Derby's orange hat in 4, but these two swimmers currently have about 10 metre lead over King's College, who lie in third.
William Chen on YouTube, looking to support Isabel Chen from King's College London. So she is currently in the team in lane 6 in 3rd position. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the team members' names. I've only got the university names, so I get those in the final tomorrow. So for the time being, I'll rely on you to tell me who's in each team. But this is a great second 50 for the leg 3 swimmer from Exeter. They've regained their lead, and that is a great advantage to take into the 4th leg. We're anticipating a finish time in this heat of around about 4 minutes 30. Derby and Liverpool John Moores both coming with exactly 4:30 entry times. It's Derby doing the closest chasing, but surely that's an unassailable gap into the final 50. So we've got 10 spots up for grabs in the final tomorrow night. 5 heats in this event to find your way into there. So it's another dominant swim and a win here in heat number 2, just as we had for UCL in heat number 1. And they're going to stop the clock. Nearly under 4:20 will it be? Just outside, 4:20 and a half for the win in heat number 2. There's Derby coming through in second place, and that's a fantastic finish for Oxford BUCS too. Great final leg for them, 4:31.76, finishing in third position. And we have 3 heats to come then. Let's not forget King's College, Liverpool, John Moores. They were in third for such a long time, weren't they? Then Kiel, Kent. And just coming through in lane number 3 is the University of Bangor. And then we do close out the heat number 2, 5:18.12. And we'll jump straight into heat number 3. So lots of love on YouTube for Kiel there in 6th position.
We move on to heat number 3.
And just seeing there, in fact, it's just come up on the scoreboard in the venue that Bangor were in fact disqualified from that. Heat doesn't affect the positions whatsoever. Unfortunately, a 8th and final place in the heat. But those 4 swimmers will no doubt go on to better performances across the entire weekend. Heat number 3 then, we have got from the near side, St Andrews, no Nottingham Trent in lane number 1, so we move on to Leeds, Manchester Met, Stirling, East Anglia, Durham, Bristol, Warwick and Chichester. Now we have our first entry times here under the 4-minute mark. Stirling, always a formidable force in BUCS swimming. They've got a 3:52 entry time. And East Anglia, a 3:59. So pink cap in lane number 4. No surprise to see Stirling out in front. Zeb Wakely is supporting Leeds in this heat. And Zeb's going to be fairly happy because in the green cap on this near side of your screen there, that is Leeds in lane number 2 and currently in second position. So Stirling a 3-second advantage over Leeds, then Bristol, Manchester and East Anglia. So apart from Stirling, pretty close behind. So sub 2 minutes to halfway. We know they can go sub 4 for the whole time, so that is right on target. Leeds still going really nicely in 3. Behind them, in 7 and 3, that is Bristol and Manchester Met. And on YouTube, Sean Winstanley, thank you. First entry into the pun competition. He says, storm it Manchester Met with Abby Winstanley in the final leg. Well, they're currently storming into a top 3 place in heat number 3. It's Stirling. I mean, they're a formidable team. And they're not leaving much in the tank here in the heats. fact, in the final two heats, there's only two teams that have gone quicker than Stirling. And those that know BUCS swimming fairly well will be not surprised to hear they are the team from Edinburgh and Loughborough. You'll see those three universities going head to head plenty of times across the next few days. And it is relentless in lane number 4. Look at that. In 2 and 3, Leeds and Manchester Met, they're going to fight it out for 2nd and 3rd in the heats, and hopefully try and put in a time that might get them into the final tomorrow night. Now this is the stage where I start making notes and just trying to work out. It's not a clarification or an official announcement whatsoever, but I'll try and keep a note of who's in the top 10, especially going into the final heat, so we know what kind of time they're going to need to achieve. And a 3:57, I've no doubt whatsoever that will be good enough for a final spot. So let's look at the times then of Leeds and Manchester Met. 4:05 and 4:07. They will have to wait and see. Bristol and Durham separated by 2/10 in just under 4:10s. And I can't find my pen. Right. St Andrews' turn this time, just to close out the heat. No finishing time for them. Oh, there it is, pops up now. 4:33.86 for them.
The official results are on the scoreboard.
Just a slight delay there, just because we've got to get the official results on the scoreboard before we move on to the next heat. Can confirm no changes whatsoever. Stirling, Leeds, Manchester Met, your top 3. And heat number 3, penultimate heat coming up now, then heat 4 of 5. And from the bottom of your screen, you've got Edgehill, Newcastle, Aberdeen, Nottingham, Edinburgh, Swansea. We are missing lanes 6 and 7. That should be Cardiff and Liverpool. Unfortunately, can't be with us again. Maybe a depleted team because of the weather. So Leeds, Beckett and Southampton. So as a pair on their own on the far side of your screen there. So Edinburgh, one of those teams that have gone sub-4. Only 7 teams across the entire 50-team field have done so. 3:44 their entry time. Swansea next door in lane 5. They're capable of a 3:55. And just a reminder, got some really good viewer numbers now for this first session of the weekend. So if you are on Twitter or Instagram, use the hashtag BUCS Nationals or Speedo BUCS and tag @BUCS Sport in any of your online conversations or posts. We love to see what's going on. Now, I know you can't see the seating area pretty much on your screens, but it's nice to see it fairly well populated. It is pretty much entirely just team members, athletes and their, I'm going to call them entourages. It is always nice, as we get past the last 18 months, to see venues not tightly packed but well occupied. Makes for a fantastic atmosphere in the venue. And if you were watching the short course championships in December, we do create some fantastic noise and volume here at Ponds Forge when we get to the final stages. So just a look ahead to tomorrow. The 9 AM session is all heats, as is the 2 PM session. But then from 6 PM onwards, that's officially session 4, that is entirely finals. And then on Sunday, only 2 sessions on Sunday, the 9 AM session, which is entirely heats. And then 2:30, we end the weekend on the Long Course Championships, again just with the final. So each day, apart from the heat declared winners in our 1500 metres today, you do heat sessions and final sessions, and that is where we make the noise. So do not miss those whatsoever. So on to our final leg and final 50 metres. A little bit closer this one than we've seen in the opening 3 heats. I'm going side by side. Pretty much Edinburgh and Swansea, they were the 2 to watch. Entry times are 3:44 and 3:54 very respectively. Nobody else really within 10 seconds on the entries. And a 3:48 beats the time of Sterling in the 3rd heat. So this is all really for Edinburgh and Swansea here. This is all about lane selection now for the final tomorrow night. And the times of, what do you got here, Aberdeen and Nottingham also gone sub-4, so that beats the times of Manchester Met and Leeds from heat 3. So they're the new times to beat. So currently it's looking like sub-4 is going to get you into the final. Well, 6 teams have managed that so far, and there's 1 heat left to come. So again, we'll wait and see, but any teams in heat number 5, if you want to get into the final, you're looking at a minimum of sub-4 minutes. And here is our final heat of our opening event. From the near side, Imperial, York, Lancaster, Bath, Loughborough, Birmingham, Surrey, Sheffield Hallam, Manchester and Bournemouth. Isn't that nice to see a fully occupied pool? This time all of our teams making it to the start diving boards. And ones to watch here, Loughborough and Birmingham in 4 and 5. Loughborough, a 3:44 entry time, matches that of Edinburgh from heat number 4. Although Edinburgh swimming a 3:48 in the heat. So if any of these teams can go quicker than 3:48, they will take lane 4 tomorrow night. Any other team, already got 7 teams under 4 minutes, so that is the time we're going to be looking for in a few minutes' time when we conclude this heat. And we'll move on to the men's equivalent events. And just a quick look at the YouTube chat. Adam Marsh, I completely agree. Big shout out to everyone that came along, even with the storm. I think the official rule, if you were watching the weather today, was only travel if necessary. And I think this is absolutely, of course, a legitimate event to travel to. Don't get me wrong, I had a 4-hour drive up from the south coast. And, I mean, on the M1, when there was a gust, I did have to hold on tight to that steering wheel, but we all got here safely. So early leaders are not Loughborough or Birmingham, it's in fact Bath in lane number 3. 3:59.5 entry time for them, so just dipping under 4 minutes. About halfway. This is the closest heat we've seen so far. 200 metres to go, but it's the first time we've seen 2, let alone 3 teams out in front together.
These two swimmers, they're in this third 100. And about Birmingham behind them, we've got Birmingham.
Kirsty Russell, thank you on YouTube. You've given me the entire team for Loughborough. It's Mariette Harquett, Lily Booker, Honey Osrin and Rachel Anderson. You'll recognise those names from the short course championship a couple of months ago. Lily Booker, Honey Osrin, Rachel Anderson all having fantastic championships. And look at this, no change through leg number 3. So we got a straight shootout on the final leg between Bath, Loughborough and Birmingham. If we look beyond the top 3, in lane 6 you've got Surrey, the best of the rest. Then Sheffield Hallam, the home club here at Ponds Forge International. Joanna Sinclair is supporting Birmingham on the YouTube chat. And Birmingham looking in a solid 3rd place at the moment. This is nice to see though, first bit of real competition we've seen this evening. Bath and Loughborough going side by side. This will be a scalp here for Bath, taking the win away from Loughborough, 3:53.5, 1800ths of a second the win. So let's just have a look here, because those times are going to put Bath, Loughborough and Birmingham into the final. Surrey, by my calculation, are going to miss out by a couple of seconds, because we've already had 7 times under 4 minutes. We've got 3 more there. We've got 10 lanes. I mean, I think that's fairly straightforward maths, isn't it? We'll wait for the clarification, no disqualifications, anything like that. But I think, yeah, we've just got confirmation on the scoreboard there. Bath, Loughborough and Birmingham, the 3 fastest from heat number 5. Gone under 4 minutes. That puts them into the final tomorrow evening.
And we begin with heat number 1.
Now, if you want to keep completely up to date, of course, do not forget to go onto the BUCS website. Even if you just go on Google and Google search BUCS long course, that will put you straight to the correct URL. You've got things like your event handbook there, the event schedule, live results, live heat sheets, everything is available to you. So go on to Google, search for BUCS swimming long course, and that will send you to absolutely the right page for every bit of information, every link you could dream of for these championships. So we are on to the boys now. 4x100, just 3 entrants in heat number 1. We have got 5 heats in total again, as per the women's. And you're watching from the near side, Exeter, Hull and Kiel. We do have several Kiel supporters online tonight. Maxwell Sanders and Pabudu Hirth. In fact, I've seen loads of mentions of Kiel actually a little bit earlier on. I'm going to scroll back a little bit. Again, numbers still going up on the chat, so just a reminder, if you are watching online, take advantage of the chat box to the right-hand side of the screen, or you might need to click on a link just to open that chat box up. Any messages of support, please let us know. Storm puns do get an honorary mention too. So massive lead here for Exeter. and making a mockery of their entry time of 5:12. Hull and Kiel entry times of 4:42 and 4:52. And just to give you an indication of a potential time needed to get into the final, of course this is all to be confirmed after the 5 heats, but it's going to need to be around about 3.5 minutes. Is that kind of window to make it into the final for the men's tomorrow night. And final leg swimming coming up then for Exeter.
One final takeover then for our leaders, Exeter, in a 2:15.53 after 300 metres.
So averaging about 55 seconds per leg at the moment for our leaders. So this is going to put them around about a 3:45-ish time. And a cracking time for heat number 1. I can only guess that they've had a different lineup from their entry time of 5:12, just to get a score on the board. And they're going to set the time to beat here for heat number 2. What did I say? 3:45? Not going to be far off, is it? Oh, 0.38. 3:44.7 for Exeter. And I think that'll be pushed to get beaten in heat number 2. But we'll wait and see. Lanes 4 and 5, Hull and Kiel, making their way towards the timing board for the final time. Their entries were in the 4:40s. What they're going to stop the clock at? I've lost the clock. Well, what time is it? 4:22 for Hull then. And about a, what's this going to be, a 4:30-35 for Kiel to close out the first heat. 4:34.26.
Official results on the scoreboard. We move on to heat 2.
And on to heat number 2 of the men's 4x1. Bangor, Derby, Reading, Bournemouth, St Andrews, Oxford Brookes, Nottingham Trent. Looks like we're missing Queen Mary. But Sheffield out in lane number 8. I think we're actually missing Nottingham Trent here too. So a couple of clear lanes. And Sheffield on the far side. Looking a bit lonely over there, aren't they? It's less wave to contend with early on at least. So who are people online supporting in heat number 2? Let's have a little look.
In heat 2, in lane 0, Bangor. In 1, Derby. In 2, Reading. In lane 3, Bournemouth.
We've got a good luck Chichester, but I can't see Chichester anywhere in the 4x1, so maybe that's just a really early call. We've also got, again, a Kiel, very popular, aren't they? So Chichester were in the women's, but I don't see them in the men's, so a late call, but John Foley right. We'll pass on your message for you.
Second, St Andrews in a 55.87. Those were the only
Messages for Go Exeter from Tom Jackson. Again, Rooney getting a lot of love. And fantastic. Thank you, Bobby Reed online. So for St Andrews, you've got Luke, Leckland, James and Campbell. That is good to know. In 5th, or lane 5, sorry, Oxford Brookes. They lead the way ahead of Reading, having a fantastic swim in lane number 2.
as they come up to the halfway mark.
Got a struggle early on for St Andrews. They're going to be lying in 4th place at the halfway stage. So 2 seconds clear of Reading are Oxford BUCS. And Bangor in lane 0. They're in 3rd place. So this could be a little turn up for the BUCS. St Andrews fastest on paper coming into this heat by 5 seconds, a 3:52 on the BUCS here in front of me. And now they move into 3rd position. Bangor just falling back slightly on the 3rd leg. But Oxford BUCS going very nicely indeed. And now things start to tighten as we enter the 4th and final leg. Support for Bournemouth from Julie Strover. Bournemouth down in 5th place into the final 100. Bit of work to do, 6.5 seconds back from our leaders. Yeah, always a bit of fun to see if the teams have put their out-and-out fastest swimmers on the final leg, because if you've watched medleys before, you'll know things can change massively, especially in the medley relays. They are an absolute joy to watch. So into the final 20. And can Reading hold on to 2nd place? St Andrews have come back fantastically well here on the final leg. They're not going to catch Oxford BUCS. It's going to be their win from the gun. A 3:49.47, just over half a second quicker than St Andrews. Reading 3rd, Bangor completing a top 4 position, 3rd in the early stages. Still a great swim from the outside lane, never ever easy.
The official results are on the scoreboard, and we have a disqualification in lane 8 in that heat. The next heat is heat 3.
On to our 3rd heat of 5. I'm just writing down the times there. Just want to be aware of where we're heading. I don't think any of those times are going to be good enough for a final, but we'll wait and see. Right, heat number 3 from the near side. We've got Durham, Southampton, Leeds, Manchester Met, Swansea, Manchester, Newcastle, Oxford, Liverpool John Moore and Cardiff. Now anticipate a real drop in finishing times here, as ever with all of our heats in the swimming, our fastest 6 competitors or 6 entrants get spread over those final 3 heats in the centre lanes. On this occasion in heat number 3, that is Swansea and Manchester, a 3:24 and a 3:30 on the entries. So this is where we need to start being aware of what a time looks like to make it into tomorrow night's final. Swansea early leaders, no surprise, 2 seconds quicker than Manchester Met. And their rivals Manchester, 3 seconds back from our leaders. Now, I mentioned earlier that the stream was primarily on YouTube, and Facebook was going to be added over the Saturday and the Sunday. I understand now that Facebook is available for the stream. The reason for the absence of it earlier on, just because the athletics was on instead, and I do believe that's now been replaced by the swimming. So So if you are watching on Facebook, a very big welcome. So lane 4, still Swansea, looking really strong. Three and a half seconds to Manchester, then double that gap back to Leeds and Manchester Met. Newcastle and Oxford, Durham. Lots of work to do at the back there. Got into our final leg very shortly. Support online on the YouTube chat now for Southampton and for Leeds, both in this heat number 3. Leeds doing the better of those two for the time being. And really good showing here from Swansea. They're going to lay their really first sort of serious marker down for the likes of Edinburgh, Stirling, Loughborough and Bath. Those still to come in heats 4 and 5. So this is going to beat the time set by Oxford Brooks of 3:49, and the new marker over 20 seconds quicker for Swansea. 3:28.39. These are the times now to keep your eyes on, because these are the ones going to be really close to getting into the final. So 3:35 Manchester Met. And 3:36 for Manchester. Closest to them was Leeds in a 3:39, and they are going to be watching the next couple of heats very closely, as will Newcastle, both of those in 3:39s. So, penultimate heat of the 4x1s from the near side. You've got Bristol, Nottingham, Glasgow, Sheffield Hallam, Edinburgh, Stirling, Birmingham, Warwick, Northampton and York. All lanes occupied. Ooh. So a stand down call from our poolside referees. Stirling just testing the temperature of the water. So they'll come to the near side and regain their position on the lane 5 starting block. Second attempt to start heat number 4. Great support around the venue here for these teams, and a respectful silence for the start of every single race. Adrian Ting representing Birmingham. He is the birthday boy. Looking to put on a birthday performance here in heat number 4. Officially 4th fastest on the entry times in heat number 4. But entry times, you know what, they're really irrelevant at this stage, because we're just racing a clock right now, and you're chasing around about a sub 3:40 realistically. Might even be a fair bit quicker than that. 4 teams already under 3:40. Might be more like a 4:3:35. So look at this, wow, 5 teams within 1.11 seconds. This could be a very, very good one. In lane 1, you got Nottingham, then jump to lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6, Sheffield, Hallam, Edinburgh, Stirling and Birmingham. The halfway stage, Stirling your leaders. Body length advantage, you can draw a ruler between the next 4. Sheffield, Hallam, Birmingham, Edinburgh and Nottingham, separated by 0.6 of a second. But where have they placed their strongest swimmers? Maintain the 1.5 second advantage. Less than 0.6 now between the next 4. If they maintain this pace, it's going to be a real clock watch in heat number 5. So Sheffield Hallam are the ones that have made a tiny advantage. 0.5 second now back to Edinburgh, Birmingham and Nottingham. This is still a 5-man race though, make no mistake whatsoever. It's amazing how many metres can be eaten up over the final 100. Still got one more heat to go, remember. Doesn't look like anybody's going to catch Stirling. 1.7, 2.4, almost 3 seconds back to Birmingham now. Nottingham losing ground on this 4th and final leg. So towards the wall, 5 become 4, and it's really Stirling versus 3. Just moving in front of Edinburgh now on the final leg. No doubt about your winners. Edinburgh do get second place, a 2:29. A couple of 3:31s for Edinburgh and Sheffield Hallam. Birmingham a 3:33, hoping that's going to be enough for a final spot. Currently puts them in 5th position overall, because only Swansea went quicker than that with a 3:28 in heat number 3.
The official results are on the scoreboard. We move on now to the final heat, heat number 5.
Right, so we've got a really good indication now of what's required to get into this final. Heat 5 from the near side, King's College, East Anglia, Lancaster, Surrey, Loughborough, Bath, Aberdeen, Leeds Beckett, Imperial and Liverpool. In fact, no Liverpool on the far side. Hard to tell sometimes from this angle.
In the final heat of event 102, we have swimming in lane 0, King's College, in 1, East Anglia, in 2, Lancaster.
So fastest on paper, Loughborough with a 3:20, Bath capable of a 3:27, Surrey a 3.5 minute team swim, and a 3:36 Aberdeen. Currently, the 6th and 7th fastest times are 3:35 and 3:36. Pretty sure you'll see a couple of times quicker than that. Will you see 3 though? Hanging on at the moment, Manchester from heat 3 with a 3:36. They're right on the edge. Newcastle a 3:39. Doesn't look too safe to me, that one. We'll find out over the next 2.5 minutes. Bath a cracking lead. King's College, wow. Lane 0. That's a great start down on this near side. Side by, well, not side by side, but neck and neck with Loughborough. But a good second 50 here for Loughborough in this leg. Brilliant start though for Bath, 1:42 to halfway. So on for a, well, currently on for the quickest time of the event. Looking in the low 3:20s. Can they keep it up? Second place then. It's Loughborough, and it's 3.5 seconds, wow. Then 7 and 8 seconds back to Surrey and Aberdeen. Wow, what a contrast then to heat number 4, where at this stage we had 5 going for it. Right now, clear first place Bath, clear second place Loughborough, third is tighter, that's between Surrey, Aberdeen and Leeds Beckett. And there's no change here whatsoever. On this near side, just coming into the picture, is King's College in lane 0. They had a brilliant start, second place through our opening leg. Fallen back, but regards the clock still involved. Again, we're looking for around about 3:35 to get your place in this final. No question Loughborough and Bath are capable of that, but there is a big gap back to the rest. You could get the likes of Newcastle and Leeds sneaking in here from heat number 3. So a 3:26. Let's look at the clock now. Loughborough, Bath, they're definitely in the final. Third place is Surrey, a 3:35. That is so close. Aberdeen, Leeds Beckett, 3:37s. Oh my goodness, get my calculator head out. 3:37s, you know, for Aberdeen and Leeds. That could be good enough for the final. Leeds from heat number 3 and Newcastle doesn't look good for their 3:39s, of course. So I reckon, and do not quote me on this, Leeds, Beckett and Aberdeen will sneak into the final with those times in the outside lanes. If you want to know, go on the BUCS website and search for long course, and you'll find out. And that final is tomorrow in our session from 6 o'clock, and I am already very much looking forward to it. Right then, next event. It is the 1500 metre freestyle. Women up first, 2 heats, followed by 2 heats for the men's. And this is going to be a head-to-head battle here, as we were meant to have Georgina Quayle of Cambridge, who's not taken her position on the starting block. So this is going to be a 15-minute or so, maybe up to 20-minute showdown between Ella Thatcher-Plant and Ilana Sinclair. Thatcher-Plant representing Edinburgh, her entry time 17:55, and Ilana Sinclair of Birmingham an 18:28. So perfect time here to just tell you again about our event sponsors and partners. First of all, it is the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Championships. So our headline partner Speedo, been with us 3 years now at the Championships, supporting BUCS and all university swimming. All BUCS athletes, regardless of your sport, even if you are a part-time swimmer, you get 20% off any Speedo kit using the code SpeedoBUCS21. The Speedo BUCS and then the numbers 21 for 21. The Speedo team actually here on site on Saturday at the venue, Ponds Forge International Sports Centre, giving away a number of spot prizes for competitors. So keep an eye out for any of their team as they wander around the venue, giving away some fantastic prizes. Another partner of ours here for the championships, Teach First, a leading education charity fighting to make education fair for every child. Sport develops so many skills, of course, and needed to become a great teacher. Regularly voted one of the top graduate programs in the UK. And if you want a career with purpose and meaning, have a look at Teach First, most definitely. Make sure you chat to the Teach First team on the balcony. They are here tonight and tomorrow to find out more about becoming a teacher. And of course, you can win some prizes with Teach First too, including a £250 tech bundle and some £50 vouchers to go with it. So as well as that, if you are online, use the hashtag BUCS Nationals and Speedo BUCS and tag @BUCSport in your Twitter and Instagram conversation so we can be part of that too. You are watching the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Swimming Championships as part of the Speedo and BUCS Swimming Series. All of it streamed online for you. You are watching heat number 1 of the women's 1500 metres. 2 heats in total in the women's, followed by the men's. In lane 4, Ella Thatcher-Plant, and in lane 5, Ilana Sinclair. And online, on the YouTube, make sure you use the chat box. I'll be reading out as many messages of support as I can, just like those from Russell Linford, who is very most definitely supporting Birmingham and Ilana, all the way from the Cayman Islands. My goodness me. And another message for Ilana from everybody at the Alton Road household. That is from Joanna Sinclair. And I'm guessing that is not a coincidence of a shared surname there, Joanna. So keep the messages of support coming through. So halfway stage, you got Ella Thatcher-Plant of Edinburgh, a 9:32.44 through 800 metres, just over halfway of course, and Ilana Sinclair within touching distance in terms of 1500 metre racing anyway. And we have got 700 metres to complete. Again, we're looking around about 17, 18 minutes maybe, that kind of figure. And this is a heat declared winner event. So if you're new to that terminology, it quite simply means this is they won't be qualifying for a final, whatever the fastest 3 times are from the heats. And there are only 2 heats in this event for the men's and the women's, but often you do get a lot more. But heat declared winner simply means the fastest 3 swims, across the entirety of all the heats get the gold, silver, bronze. So they're not qualifying to get into a final. These are effectively their final, just spread across however many heats are necessary. So regardless of where either of these 2 swimmers finish in order, their times temporarily will be the gold and silver medal times until heat number 2. But heat number 2 does contain swimmers such as Amber Keegan and Michaela Glenister, and they are capable of 1640s, 1645s, that kind of number. So Ilana and Ella will set the benchmark, and then in the second heat we'll see what our remaining swimmers can do. Right, well into the business end of our first of 4 heats in the 1500 metres. 2 for the women, followed by 2 for the men. And it's still Ella Thatcher-Plant, as it's been from the gun really. She's built up a bit more of an advantage though. It's grown to roughly 15 metres. It was around about 5 for a fairly long time. So just 100 metres left to go for her, and you hear the whistle. That one is for Ilana Sinclair. Oh, we've got a hooter in the venue, my goodness. So Ella Thatcher-Plant, sorry, coming into this one, the girl from Edinburgh. 19-year-old, 17:55 her entry time, so she's going to be a little bit outside that. Ilana Sinclair is an 18:28, so she should go underneath that really with 50 to go. That's been a bit of a slog, hasn't it? But there's your leader, and regardless of time, Ella Thatcher-Plant is going to win our first heat here. And her time will be the time to beat, because that is currently your gold medal time, 18:06. We should have 9 swimmers in our second and final heat. We'll just wait and see if we're missing any. And Ilana Sinclair, 18:45. So that is 10 seconds quicker than her entry time. So a really good swim there for Ilana, representing Birmingham University. And this is heat number 2. From lane 0, you've got Millie Emmons representing Surrey, Katie Thompson, Birmingham, Lottie Wynne-Jones, Bath, McLean Glenister, Stirling, Amber Keegan, Sheffield. Names you recognise now. Emma Clark of Loughborough, Anya Priest of Nottingham Trent, Phillida Britton, UCL, and Shannon Dallaghan representing Birmingham. So this is a strong field now for heat number 2. (16:41) Amber Keegan's entry time, representing University of Sheffield, home swimmer, home city. And McLean Glenister of Stirling, a 16:46.5. So as this race goes on, you'll see the field spread out a little bit. Just a little look back to the YouTube chat. Keep your messages coming in if you are watching. Happy to read out as many as possible. This is the perfect time too, during the 1500 metres, to read out as many messages as we can. I've got Jessie White says good luck to Shannon Dallaghan. She is in lane number 8 representing Birmingham. Just a stat for you, just to keep you up to date. The women's 1500 metre freestyle BUCS record was set in 2009. That is Loughborough's Sophie Casson. It's a 16:47. So 3 of these girls have swum quicker than that. Their entry times, we've got 3 quicker entry times than the BUCS record, which has been in place for 13 years. We might see our first BUCS record of the weekend go in this heat. I'm going to find out in about 14 minutes' time. Again, Jessie just saying, go Shannon Daligan. Love from Jessie and Becky. And Russell Linford. I share those sentiments. Well done to all of our swimmers already this evening. Especially the marathon event of the 1500 metres here. A message of let's go Bristol from Dylan Webster-Deakin. And Connor just nipped in there with a good luck. Anna Jameson in your mixed medley relay from Connor and the family. You're going to smash it. So early stages. And, no shock really to see Amber Keegan and M. Clark out in front. And look behind them. So Keegan 2 seconds up on Clark, and through the first 350 metres, you've got 6 swimmers within 6 seconds. halfway mark. Still Amber Keegan and M. Clark out in front. A little race of their own at the moment. Okay, Glenister presenting Sterling, the third woman back. Then pretty tight between Lottie Wynne-Jones and Anya Priest. Wynne-Jones of Bath, Anya Priest of Nottingham Trent University. 700 metres to go. And they are, make no mistake, racing for gold, silver and bronze. So, whilst you're watching the 1500, if you are on their Twitter or Instagram, use the hashtag BucksNationals or Speedo BUCS and tag @BucksSport on any of your conversations. We'd love to see what you're getting up to. The whole event is streamed live on YouTube and Facebook all weekend. We're back tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock. We've got a 2 p.m. session and a 6 p.m. session. And on Sunday, a 9 a.m. and a 2:30 p.m. where we finish our long course championships here in Ponsford. Hope you're all safely at home. The advice has been to stay indoors, and my advice is stay indoors and watch the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Swimming Championship. My name is Ewan Dunlop. Pleasure to bring you the commentary across the entire weekend. And I do enjoy reading out your messages, interacting. What we might do tomorrow is just let me know where you are watching from. We did that at the Short Course Championships in December, and it was honestly incredible to find out where you're all watching from. And you know, I take it you're all being honest from where you're watching, because we did have some brilliant places. So we'll have some fun tomorrow, most definitely. Matt Morgan on the YouTube chat says, good luck Oliver Morgan in the mixed medley. University of Birmingham fastest 100 metre back swimmer in the West Midlands. Well, can he be the fastest 100 metre back swimmer? Every university in Britain, that would be a feather in your cap, wouldn't it? Because there's going to be a lot of gold, silver and bronze medals given out across this weekend. It's 6 sessions in total. And our final session of each day, so tomorrow's from 6 o'clock and Sunday's from 2:30. That is where we have all of our finals. That is where all the medals are distributed, or the vast majority. Of course, the 1500s, as discussed tonight, our heat declared winner event. So we are watching effectively a final right now, of which Amber Keegan and M. Clark are absolutely dominating. There is still just under 500 metres to go, 450 to come. So Amber Keegan, M. Clark, McKenna Glenister, they're currently your gold, silver, bronze medal positions. A little bit of work to do for Anya Priest and Lottie Wynne-Jones. But with 400 to go, nobody is really out of this yet. And this is turning into, and it already was, but now looking at this, a really brilliant second heat / final. And they will know what's on the line, Amber Keegan and M. Clark. And M. Clark has just taken the lead too. Behind them by about 6 or 7 metres, the ever-present Michaela Glenister. Now on paper there's only 4 seconds separating these three. For Amber Keegan and M. Clark, putting on a bit of a show. Michaela Glenister, she's got the quality and the experience to pull this back. She'll be aware that 4th position, which is currently Anya Priest, got a good advantage over that. So your 3 medalists, order still to be decided. And Anya Priest looking like the only one that can upset that podium party at the minute. So let's just wait and see. Only a couple of minutes from this race ending, but Amber Keegan and M. Clark, they're going stroke for stroke. It still looks fairly comfortable at the minute. Is one of them going to turn the burners on when you hear the whistle? And we are going to get the whistles now for Amber Keegan and M. Clark. So side by side, nothing to separate them for the last 200 metres. Is one of them going to go for it? Let's have a look now. Here's the whistles. We'll do the same for Michaela Glenister. Anya Priest running out of time now to chase that bronze medal. And look, straight away, whistle goes. M. Clark starts to move. Half a body length advantage. This is the widest the gap's been for a few minutes now. So she's putting the hammer down, putting the pressure on to Amber Keegan to say, come on then, let's do this, come and get it. And now a body length advantage. And she'll turn. This is going to be around about 1.5 seconds. It's 1.64. Michaela Glenister absolutely nailed on for that bronze. Surely can't catch Amber Keegan. And it doesn't look like Amber Keegan has got the fight that Emma Clark has proposed into the final 15 metres. And she's hanging on to that body length advantage. So after 1,500 metres, your gold medalist is going to be won by just a couple. And it is M. Clark in 17.05 for gold. Amber Keegan, silver medal in 17.07. And Michaela Glenister, well, that was a bronze medal race from start to finish for her, 17.12. Held on in the end. Anya Priest chasing best she could, but a 4th place outside the medals. But a big thank you really to Amber Keegan and M. Clark for that little showdown at the end, and they just exchange a few words too over the lane rope. Smiles on both their faces. But when it came down to it, 100 metres to go, it was M. Clark who put the pedal to the metal and just pushed on that a little bit more. Your first gold medalist of the weekend is M. Clark representing Loughborough. We did mention it early on, this, the BUCS record was 16:47. They looked pretty good at about the halfway stage, but outside that by 14 or 15 seconds. So that record from 2009 remains in place for Sophie Casson. And now we move on to the men's. So again, 2 heats this time. In heat number 1, Finlay Chapman, Sheffield Hallam. Henrik Mascarenhas of Bath, his teammate Aidan Mitchell. Jevon Penny of Manchester in 4. Michael Flynn, Strathclyde in 5. Nottingham's Joseph Palmer in 6. Birmingham's Daniel English 7. And Glasgow's Ethan Sutherland is in lane number 8. So for our gents here, entry times range from 16:20 to 17:50. In heat number 2, which is our second and final heat, swimmers in the low 15-minute mark. So they know they've got, I'll put in a lifetime performance here, particularly the central lanes, Jevon Penny and Michael Flynn, fastest on paper in this heat. But they need to go about a minute quicker than those entry times to be in with a chance of medals. You are watching the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Swimming Championships live from Ponds Forge International Sports Centre. Our headline partner Speedo, been with us 3 years now, supporting BUCS and university swimming. If you're an athlete across any sport, use the online code SpeedoBUCS21 for 20% off all of your swimming gear. And keep your eye out if you're here at the venue across the weekend. They will be here tomorrow giving out spot prizes, answering questions, giving out information that you might need. But get online and use that code SpeedoBUCS21, 20% off all Speedo kit for BUCS athletes. Early leaders in lanes 3 and 5 is Michael Flynn and Aidan Mitchell. Fastest on paper in lane 4, Jevon Penny. So nicely through the halfway stage. And the clear leader in lane number 5, Michael Flynn. Representing Strathclyde, a 16:24 his entry time. So no matter what, he finished a long way to go, of course, not assuming he's going to win, but he's in a great position. But the time he'll set if he does win will be the one that all those in Heat 2 will know, regardless of where they finish. It's his time that they have to beat. Again, if you are just joining us for the men's 1500 metres, these are a Heat declared winner event. If that's new terminology to you, it simply means that these events that are Heat declared winners, they don't qualify for a final. It is a one swim event, regardless of what heat you're in, and the fastest 3 times are our gold, silver and bronze. So technically, even though this is heat number 1 of 2, you could win a gold medal from this event if you put in an amazing performance, and nobody in heat number 2 can match that. So whoever finishes first, and he's looking pretty good, Michael Flynn. And when he touches the finishing board for the final time in this heat, he will be in gold medal position, pending heat number 2. So, Michael Flynn on top. And currently in second and third places, Aidan Mitchell in lane number 3, Daniel English in 7, and Finlay Chapman down in lane number 1. But they've got a lot of catching up to do. 500 metres to go. So just to bring you up to speed too with the rest of the evening. So we've got one more heat of the 1500 metre freestyle for the men. And then our final event of the night is the mixed 400 metre medley team relay. And that again, let me just absolutely double check. I'm sure that's a heat declared winner event. I'm 99% certain. Let's have a quick look at the overall programme. Yes, it is, of course it is. Yeah, heat declared winner event for the 4x100 medley mixed relay. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah, 4 heats in that one. So that'll end the day. And those races, regardless of what you've come to watch, those races are always brilliant. The medley relays are fantastic, because you can go from first to last or last to first over the course of a leg and a half. It's just brilliant. So please do hang around. It's going to be a great, great end to the day. And, just jumping back to the online chat. So good luck to Megan Pye of East Anglia in the mixed medley relay. East Anglia go in heat number 4. So we'll mention that again. And oh, Matt says the live results are not currently working. I'll pass a message on behind the scenes here. I'm sure they're already working at that if that is the case. But now you've mentioned online. If you go to the BUCS website or just go on Google and search BUCS Swimming Long Course, it'll take you to the event page for the weekend. And you will at one point, I'm certain, if not right now, be able to look at the live results, but also the heat sheets, the whole event programme, the schedule, every bit of information that you could ever dream of for these championships. So make sure you have a little look online. Make sure the one you're waiting to see is, well, see what heat they're in, what time they're going to be, predict kind of what time they're going to be streamed online live for you. So 150 metres to go for Flynn, and it is truly unassailable, that, isn't it? He's going to be out of screen just as those behind him come into vision. Wow, that is a big old lead. So heat number 2, which will be coming up in a few moments' time. The fastest entries are around about 15 minutes, between 15 and 15 and a half minutes is going to be predicting medalist time. So we are going to be outside that here. It's 15:34 with 100 to go. So we're looking at about 16 and a half here for Michael Flynn. And his entry time is 16:24. So he's pretty much bang on with his entry. Now we have got a nice little race here behind for second and third place in the heat, and it's officially silver and bronze medal position as it stands, pending a disaster in heat number 2, and that is between Finlay Chapman and in 6 Joe Palmer. But back comes our leader, and it has been a fantastic swim for Michael Flynn, really taking the field apart, really, and it is a 16:39 his winning time. So that is the time to beat for heat number 2, and he'll look back and wonder where everybody is. And second place in the black cap on this near side is going to be Finlay Chapman. He's representing Sheffield Hallam, so he knows the pool very well. And the red cap on the far side, that is Dan English, 20-year-old representing Birmingham, outside of his entry time. And in fact, Michael Flynn, like no swimmer in the field has matched their entry time. Even Michael Flynn, our winner, is a good sort of 15-20 seconds outside. And this is officially, or often commented as the fastest pool in the UK and one of the fastest pools in the world. It's something to do with, they say the depth of the water is absolutely perfect, and the way it's reoxygenated, there's something in the gas that also makes it a little bit quicker. So yeah, it's regarded as one of the fastest pools around, very, very regularly, records broken, no matter what sort of championship or event at any level that take part here in Sheffield. And last chance then, coming up for any shout-outs for heat number 2 in the 1500. Let me know who you're cheering on, and then we'll move on to the shout-outs for the medley team relay. Already got a couple of those coming in, but I'll leave it until we get to those races. So again, any messages for loved ones, support, do let us know on the YouTube chat box. We'll try and read out as many as we can. That concludes heat number 1 of the 1500 for the men. Here comes heat number 2, second and final heat. And taking part from lane 0, first of all you've got Ben Newell. Just wait for the name to come up on the screen for you. Look at that, our cameraman on the far side there, poolside. Dedication lying down as the competitors take their leap into the water. So Ben Newall of Birmingham, Joseph Kingsland, Nottingham Trent, Jack Munsey of Stirling, Joseph Dynan of Swansea, Tobias Robinson of Loughborough, his teammate Dan Whiffin in 5, then Adam Wilson, Sheffield Hallam, Daniel Marotta of Swansea, Liam McLaughlin at Edinburgh, and Marshall Illingworth of Glasgow. All of these swimmers capable of a quicker time than that set by Michael Flynn, who dominated heat number 1. So you are watching a race here for gold, silver and bronze. The favourite is Tobias Robinson of Loughborough, 15:01 his entry time. 6 seconds behind him his teammate Dan Whiffin. Then you've got to jump 30 seconds before you get back to Joseph Dynan and Adam Wilson of Swansea and Sheffield Hallam respectively. So this should go the way of the centre 2 lanes, and even through 100 metres, Tobias Robinson and Dan Whiffin putting the marker down very early on. 28 lengths to go and 1400 metres. This is a race for gold, silver and bronze, heat number 2 of the men's 1500 metres. So we move towards the halfway stage, just 100 metres shy of that. Now, if you were watching the short course championships in December and you were watching the 1500 metres, you will have watched, and you may even remember, that in that race, the short course gold medalist was Tobias Robinson, who is currently in silver medal position. The silver medalist in the short course was Daniel Whiffin, who's currently in the gold medal position. And Joseph Dijkenen won bronze, and he is currently in the bronze medal position. So your top three from the short course are currently your top three in the long course. So they're all looking to double up on their medals in the long distance event. But Dan Whiffin is trying to go one better and beat his teammate Tobias Robinson in this one. And then from the long and the short course, they'd have a gold and a silver apiece if it stays the way it currently does. Or can Tobias, the reigning short course champion, make it a short and long course double? And as we say that, he has come back to take the lead. So currently your top three in the long course are exactly as you were in the short. Long way to go, of course. A long, long way, 700 metres still between them and the finish line. But that is a very interesting stat. Now, the course record for the long is 15:08.88. That was set in 2017 by Loughborough's Tim Shuttleworth. Now, the entry time for Tobias Robinson is 15:01. 7 seconds quicker on paper. And you might think with his teammate side by side pushing him along, they could maybe both go a bit quicker than 15:08. We'll wait and see. Now, just looking on YouTube quickly, get a couple of shout-outs. Just looking ahead to the medley relays, a shout-out for John Canier from Bath, who's in the 4x100 metres. Good luck to Dan Whiffin, of course, in this event. That is from Jonathan Whiffin. And the best of luck to Scott, again in Exeter, in the medley relays. And Karen Holberg says, good luck, Banger, in heat number 1 of the medley 2. The medleys are going to be absolutely wonderful. And this itself, the final heat of the 1500s, is turning into a wonderful teammate battle between Tobias Robinson and Dan Whiffin. They are going to go side by side, head to head, right to the very end. Still about 5 minutes of racing to go. Joseph Dijkenen in a very, very strong bronze medal position. He needs to catch up about 20 metres if he's going to do what he couldn't in the short course and challenge for gold or silver. But it's looking very, very good for Loughborough with 500 metres to go.
Will be a gold and silver for Loughborough. They continue to push forward, still about 25 metres now ahead of Audrey Taylor and Swansea. Green hat in 3. For which way round is it going to be? Tobias Robinson turns just ahead, 4 tenths ahead of Daniel Whiffin. And really right between them through this final 400 metres.
Approaching the final 200 metres here in our second and final heat of the 1500. If you're just joining us, you'd be forgiven for thinking, what's going on, who's in the lead? Do not worry, I can absolutely assure you it is Dan Whiffen and Tobias Robinson in lanes 5 and 4. And it's been those two the entire way. And in third place, in bronze medal position the entire way, has been Joseph Dynan. So it looks like it's going to be a double for Loughborough after M. Clark won the women's 1500 metres. But who is it going to be? It has changed hands a few times. Tobias Robinson was trailing Dan Whiffen through the first 500. And around about the halfway stage, Tobias Robinson took over. But now we're back with Dan Whiffen. Tobias Robinson is the current short course champion in the 1500. He beat his teammate here, Dan Whiffen, into silver medal position. So Whiffen looking to flip the table, turn things around. And we've got 100 metres to go here. And it's a Loughborough mano a mano. Robinson and Whiffen, they turn 1.4 seconds apart. We'll keep our eyes on Joseph Dynan. Nobody's going to catch him. It's his bronze medal in the green cap. But we're going to keep our eyes on the front of the field and look at Dan Whiffen move away with 50 metres to go now. They've been neck and neck for 1,400 metres, and he heard the whistle, and Dan Whiffen went, right, I'm off. I'll see you later, Tobias. 1 gold apiece over the short and the long course. And Tobias Robinson, he's going to hang on to his ankles, but he's not going to catch his teammate, because Dan Whiffen has had an absolutely super final 100. It's going to be a double Loughborough gold. He's going to follow M. Clark from the women's 1500s. And Dan Whiffen is your long course championship here in Sheffield. It's a gold medal in 15:21.53. 2.5 seconds in the end ahead of his teammate Tobias Robinson, who takes silver. And a great performance from Joseph Dynan to take a bronze. So great swimming in heat number 2 of the men's 1500 metres. Great entertainment right into the final 50 metres. Dominance in the 1500 over the last few months from Whiffen and Robinson. Plenty of swimming still to come in this heat. They were that far ahead of the field. So completing in fourth position is Jack Munsey in lane number 2. 16:29 puts him about a minute behind the leaders. And I'll just double check now. So 15:08 was the BUCS record. It's been held for 5 years now by Tim Shuttleworth. It was a 15:08. Halfway we thought it might be possible for either Dan or Tobias to take it. But, you know, just concentrating on beating each other at the time, not too fussed about the actual finish time. That's not too important. You just want to reach for that gold. And with 100 metres to go, it was Dan Whiffen that wanted it the most. So we're just about complete. It is Marshall Illingworth on the outside getting 5th position. Joseph Kingland in 6th. Daniel Marotta, Adam Wilson, Ben Newell. And the event will be closed out by Liam McLaughlin. So that's all of our 1500 metre heats done. Our final event of the evening is the mixed medley team relay, the 4x1, and these will be fantastic. 4 heats to come. Heat declared winner event. So there's going to be a lot of swimmers now. We've got 4 heats. a total of 38 teams in total, each with 4 representatives. So the viewing numbers are starting to climb again, which is always great to see. And if you are just joining us, now is the time to get your messages in, because this is going to be fairly relentless. Let me know who you're supporting and who they represent, what team they're in. And if you know from the BUCS website what heat they're into. And I do have confirmation that the live timing is working on the website. I think it might have gone down very briefly. The live timing is available to you. Also get the heat sheets on there, the entire event schedule. Before the end of the night, I will just run through tomorrow's schedule for you, so you're all aware what time to set your alarm clocks. We've got 3 sessions coming up tomorrow, but for now, let's focus on heat number 1 of the mixed medley relay 4x1. Connor Nash on the YouTube chat. This is where I want you to leave your messages. Said, right, get ready, it's hammer time, Courtney. EUSC, let's go, says Reese. And we are about to go. We've got Kent, Chichester, Oxford Brookes, Durham, St Andrews, Bangor and UCL. Louise Hansen for Loughborough will smash this apparently, says Kirsty Russell. So just a short delay. Oh no. We are getting underway now. And off we go then. Completely up to the teams to decide which orders they go in. It doesn't have to be go, go, boy, boy. It can be any order, any swimmer. It's 2 women, 2 men, and 400 metres between them. So again, Kent, Chichester, Oxford Brookes, Durham, St Andrews and Bangor. And a quick start from St Andrews. Right, so messages on the YouTube chat here. Go Team UCLAN. Go the Pocket Rocket, Courtney. Good luck, Southampton. Let's go with USC. Heat 2, Lane 2. Let's go Ben and Bournemouth. Bleed green always. If Bangor wins, 10 shots on me, says the Cool Clan. And Exeter for the win. Go Abbey and go Kings. Well, going at the moment is St Andrews and Durham. And second leg swimmers, here we go. It is Durham and St Andrews, a good advantage as well. 4 seconds from St Andrews back to Kent and Chichester. And the University of Central Lancaster. And it is the breaststroke swimmers. So, 4 female and 3 male representatives in the breaststroke. Durham still in the lead. The University of Central Lancaster have come back to take second place from St Andrews. They've gained 4 seconds here. UCL. Durham are going to retain their advantage, or maybe they won't at the halfway stage, because in lane 7, going very well indeed, actually going to take the advantage here. University of Central Lancaster. And now the things have changed again. This is what I was talking about right here. Now in lane 4, Durham, in 25 metres, have again moved ahead. Massive, massive changes available in this format. It never fails to amaze. Nothing, no team are ever out of this into the final 150 metres. Because look at Durham move away now. They were 2 seconds back. Now they've got a 9-second advantage in 50 metres, folks. Third place Oxford Brookes, fourth St Andrews. But Durham absolutely controlling here. Last leg swimmer is going to be on the freestyle. And you see here, when it gets to this stage and there's a lot of movement around the event, the swimmers at the bottom of the pool have to make way and get out pretty quickly. It can be, the differences can be that huge. So Durham move away, 3:23 with 100 metres to go. Still waiting for third and fourth positions. And look, they've nearly gained an entire leg on Chichester in lane number 2. So Durham, head, shoulders above the rest of the field in this opening heat. They have to write this time down here, it's that good. In second and third place behind them, we are watching in 3 and 5, Oxford Brookes and St Andrews. And just cruising to the finish line here are Durham. And it is a magnificent win, isn't it? It's a 4:25. Now here comes St Andrews. And also Oxford Brookes making their way to the line. So second place St Andrews. But it is going to be a good wedge of time back. 4:41, 16 seconds behind Durham. Then come Oxford Brookes, a 4:47, 6 seconds back of St Andrews. And then University of Central Lancaster in Southern. They were leaders early on in a 4:58, just a sub 5 minute time for them. Fifth place finishers in 6 are going to be Bangor. And, Kent on this near side. And then we just await the arrival of Chichester. So a couple more messages before we get underway with heat number 2. Let's go Hallam, says Mitch. Big up Daniel Whiffin, undefeated. And good luck to the guest swimmer, James McFadden. That's right, we do have several guest swimmers across the championships. Now, guest swimmers, they absolutely can compete, set times, but they can't win medals. They can take place in heats, but they can't make their way into finals. I think it's 7 guest swimmers we have in total. A lot of them are, of course, fantastic swimmers, Olympians, the majority of them. And over the course of the rest of the weekend, I'll do a bit more profiling on our ones to watch as well. So heat number 2. .425, that winning time for Durham. Just make a little note of that on my paperwork here. And here we have University West of England in lane 0, Edge Hill, Bournemouth, Bristol, Southampton, Leeds, LSE, Exeter, Imperial and Northampton. So a couple of supporters online for this heat. Borney says, Holly, Adam, Ben and Sid for Edge Hill. Khalid says, go Abdullah, go Imperial College from father all the way from Egypt. Fantastic. What? It must be about 2 o'clock in the morning in Egypt, surely. Well done, Khalid, for staying up to watch. Come on, EUSC, go on Northampton. Lane 7, we've got Erin, Michael, Scott and Lauren for Exeter. Let's go. Go Joe for Northampton. All these messages online on the YouTube chat. Joseph Jordan Seal from Northampton is going to do very well, says Ollie Thompson. Go Leeds, Zeb Wakely. And your leaders early on so Southampton going well in lane number 4. In 5 is Leeds. In 3 is Bristol. The top 3 on this near side in lane 0, University West of England. Is that my alumni? Doing very well on this leg, very strong indeed. But Leeds and Southampton, they're your top 2. Then University West of England and Bristol. Some fairly sizable gaps developing. But we know the score now. Watch what happens over the next 100 metres. Don't be surprised if it is all change. So Leeds, Southampton, Exeter, University West of England, your top 4. And then your second 4 of 8. Really can't separate them. All right, butterfly. Big moves can be made here. And our first 4 teams, it is all gents in the butterfly. Green cap of Leeds, leading the way. And with 150 to go, I mean, we know massive gaps can be bridged, but that is sizable. Still Southampton 10 seconds back. Another couple to Uwe. Exeter alongside West of England. LL Cells, come on, University West of England. Right, final leg then for Leeds. Then a 10-second advantage with 150 metres to go. Can they be caught on the freestyle? Massive job here for Southampton. University West of England in a strong 3rd position now. Fastest time from heat number 1 was a 4:25. Looks like that is going to be beaten with 50 metres to come. And comfortably too. Southampton still going to be around about 10 seconds back, maybe a little bit more. It is 10.5. And look at this for 3rd place in the heat. We're going to come back to this in a second. Let's concentrate on our leader, because they are a worthy winner here in heat number 2. Been right up there the entire way, and from the halfway stage, never ever look back, Leeds. And worthy applause here in the venue. Southampton again looks strong throughout. They challenged Leeds early on, but they'll take 2nd place. 3rd, fighting all the way, is Exeter. Only 3 seconds back from Southampton in the end. And then the best of the rest, very close finish between Bournemouth and University West of England. So West of England up into 3rd place at one point, about 150 metres to go. Fall back to a very close 5th, but Leeds dominant in 4:14. So 4:14. New fastest time to beat. Beat the Heat 1 winning time of Durham, which is a 4:25. And plenty of teams in Heats 3 and 4 that can on paper go a fair bit quicker than 4:14, but they are in the gold medal position as it stands. Bit of inside information on Daniel Whiffin's win. He's apparently an altitude training camp to help get in that 1500 win. More support for Leeds from Zeb Wakely. I'll be very happy with that performance. So heat number 3, penultimate heat. Kiel, Marjon, Glasgow, Manchester, Lancaster, Nottingham, Leeds Beckett, Warwick, Manchester Met and King's College. In fact, no margin in lane number 1. So here we go, 4:14 the time to beat from heat number 2. And 5 of these teams have an entry time quicker than 4:14. That is Lancaster, Nottingham, Leeds Beckett and Manchester. Quick start for Warwick. 27.73 through 50 metres, 2.16 seconds ahead of King's College. Then Manchester Met, Nottingham, Lancaster, all within 6 seconds. Big gaps by most standards, but not in a mixed relay. King's College going nicely out in lane number 9. Looks like both of those teams putting their fastest swimmers out on the first 2 legs, potentially. So it's all happening on the far side. 7, 8 and 9, Warwick, Manchester Met and King's College. Tactics for all 3 teams. Go out as quick as possible and try and hold on. Look at lane number 5 for Nottingham. Coming through really strongly on the breaststroke. And at that rate, he's going to catch King's College by the halfway mark. And this is going to be tight. So I believe both of those teams have put men out on both of the opening legs, I think. Definitely 7, 8 and 9. Not in lane number 5. We have a gentleman waiting to take over for Nottingham. So potentially big changes afoot coming into the butterfly. Still with the advantage on the outside now, King's College. And as anticipated, Nottingham, fantastic second leg. And even on that dive, they've taken it into second position. In 7 and 8, Warwick and Manchester Met. They're still your top 4. A hugely clear top 4 here. Going to keep our eyes on lanes 3 and 4. Loads of work to do for Manchester and Lancaster if they want to have any chance going into the 4th and freestyle leg. So Nottingham have now taken the lead from 4th place at the halfway stage. Still in 7, 8 and 9, 2nd, 3rd and 4th is Warwick, Manchester Met and King's College. Keeping my eye on lanes 3 and 4. Going to try and reel in those far side lanes. You're just going to see them popping into your screen on the bottom right hand in a second, I'm certain. In lane number 3 particularly, Manchester clawing their way back. Started this leg in 5th position. They're now up to 3rd, chasing down 2nd place. Nottingham still leading the way. On to the freestyle. This is going to be too much to do, surely, for Manchester, who are now in 2nd place with Warwick. And it is all female for the front 5 on the final leg. The women doing the business work at the end of heat number 3. Nottingham, massive change around from halfway. They're going to bring heat number 3 to a close. But what about 2nd, 3rd and 4th? 1.5 seconds separating 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Don't worry about 1st place. They are away, home and done, Nottingham. All about the clock. 4:14 the time to beat from heat number 2. They will go under that by 6 or 7 seconds. So let's have a look at 2nd, 3rd and 4th then. In lane 4, Lancaster coming back. Really strong swim again. All change from 5th to 2nd for Lancaster. A 4:19.01. Warwick holding on for 3rd position. Your early leaders, King's College, are going to have to settle for 5th place on the outside. Leaders at halfway stage. Nottingham, Lancaster, Warwick, your top 3. A 4:08, new fastest time for the team in lane number 5. Don't you just love the mixed relay. The teams in first and fifth swapped positions from halfway to the final timing board. It is just incredible. You never ever know. Those has been confirmed. It was a DQ in the end for Manchester in lane number 3, but doesn't change that. Nottingham, Lancaster, Warwick, first, second, third position. Right then, this is the last race of the day. So East Anglia, Surrey, Bath, Stirling, Loughborough, Edinburgh, Swansea, Birmingham, Aberdeen and Newcastle. They are chasing 4:08. They are chasing gold. 4x100 metre medley relay. 4 minutes of pure entertainment start now. Keep the messages coming in. Off they go. We've got good luck to Team Warwick from Hazel. Come on, Keel from Maxwell. Come on, John O'Beans from Brodie. Come on, Keel from Ben. And let's go Bath from Jacob Greenow. So there we go. The central 6 lanes all decided to put their men out first. That is Bath ahead of Swansea, Birmingham, Edinburgh, Stirling and Loughborough tied in 5th position. Look at this. This is tight, isn't it? What a start. What a first leg for our final race of the day. Chasing medals. Loughborough have already won every gold medal in this session. They're going for the triple. Can they take all 3? They are currently in 4th position through the first leg. Birmingham lead. Swansea second. Bath third. But you could throw a blanket over them. The BUCS record is held by Loughborough. It was set a few years ago. Last time we were here for the long course in 2019 is a 3:50.19. That's something just else to consider in the background, but we'll double check that right at the end. So let's concentrate on the racing. In 4, it is Loughborough. They've gone from 4th to 1st over the course of 75 metres here. In 6, you've got Swansea. Next to them in 7 are Birmingham. They're your top 3. The field's starting to split a little bit now. Close together in 1, 2 and 3 is Surrey, Bath and Stirling. They're the ones chasing. In 5, Edinburgh. Right then, this is almost, it is a full field almost. The central 6 of women taking over for the butterfly leg. What a contrast to heat number 3, where it was almost entirely men on the butterfly leg. Tactics playing such a huge role here. And look at Loughborough go in lane 4. In 6, Swansea in 2nd position. In lane 3, Stirling. And over in 7, that is Birmingham. What's the difference then? 3.5 seconds to Swansea. Another 3 back to Stirling. And then a couple to Birmingham, Bath, Surrey, Edinburgh. They're all 8 and a bit seconds. Aberdeen with the most work to do. And the real question here is, can Edinburgh catch Loughborough on the final leg? Swansea in 6, currently in silver medal position. In 3, it is Stirling. And in go Loughborough, 100 metres then between them and swooping all 3 gold medals on offer in this session. I mean, they're one of the favourites for the team championship. They won the short course championship as a team in December. They'll be looking to do again that here. And what a start to their weekend. So in lane 5, Edinburgh looking to do the chase, and they're the one that have caught up the most distance through the first 50 metres, and they are going to turn in the bronze medal position. It's going to be too much to do, surely, to catch Loughborough in 4. He's going to try his absolute best. He's got into silver medal position. Swansea dropped down to bronze. Loughborough are going to hold on here. 5 metres between them and the finish line. It is going to be 3 golds for Loughborough, both 1500 metre tiles and the mixed medley relay. Brilliant stuff, great final 100 and leg for Edinburgh to take silver away from Swansea, who settled for the bronze. Stirling, beaten, will not be on the podium, but what a session for Loughborough. 3:51.62, 1 second outside their own BUCS record. It was 4 seconds back in the end to Edinburgh. They beat Swansea by 0.7 into the bronze medal position. And look at that, the final leg for Edinburgh was 26.39. The final leg for Loughborough was 29.39. So 3 second difference on the final 50 metres. They were chasing, weren't they? One more leg and they would have got it, but there you go, it's the 4x1. And that's it for racing here then, on our first day of the championship. We start again tomorrow, racing at 9 AM. There's 3 sessions to enjoy tomorrow, so triple the entertainment of this evening. Heats from 9 AM, heats from 2 PM, and finals from 6 PM tomorrow at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre for the Speedo and BUCS Long Course Championships 2022. We are just getting started, folks, okay? So enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay out of the wind. Don't forget to join us on Facebook and YouTube, the live stream of the entire championship. Racing starts again from 9 AM tomorrow from here in Sheffield, and for the time being, the Speedo and BUCS Championships, it is good night.
Once I realized, okay, I don't want to be a biomedical scientist. I want a job that will challenge me and is different every day. And I was really thinking about it and I was like, damn, my parents were right. I think I'm going to become a teacher. And honestly, it is the best decision I've ever made.
When I'm not marking, planning lessons or observing lessons, most of the time you will find me down in the gym or the sports hall coaching the basketball academy. One of the things that has most excited me about coming to this specific school, they started the basketball academy. They had that in mind when they saw my CV and they were really excited to work with me, and it's been a fantastic experience.